Good afternoon. Progressive groups trooped to the Senate to call for the conviction of impeached Vice President Sara Duterte. Groups including Bayan, Gabriela, and Kilusang Mayo Uno pound the Senate's gate on Tuesday, June 3, as they call for the Vice President's conviction. Bayan Secretary General Mong Palatino says they are willing to hold vigils in front of the Senate if senators fail to act on the articles of impeachment against Duterte. In his speech, Palatino says they will hold the Senate accountable for supposedly protecting a thief. Palatino questions how the upper chamber makes it seem like stealing confidential funds is acceptable, saying their groups won't allow that. The House of Representatives impeached Duterte in February with over 200 lawmakers backing the complaint. One of the issues cited in the complaint is the alleged misuse of confidential funds by the Office of the Vice President and Department of Education under Duterte's term. The Senate has yet to convene as an impeachment court and hold Duterte on trial. Senate President Cheese Escudero earlier moved the presentation of articles of impeachment against Duterte from June 2 to June 11. He said the change in schedule will allow the Senate to tackle priority legislative measures before the 19th Congress adjourns. The Senate chief also said the 20th Congress will need to reconvene as an impeachment court and decide the fate of the Vice President's impeachment trial. The Department of Health is calling on the government to declare a national public health emergency as HIV cases in the country surged by 500%. In a statement on Tuesday, June 3, the DOH says the number of confirmed HIV cases per day reached 57 from January to March this year. According to the DOH, this figure marks a 500% increase in the number of cases among those aged 15 to 25. The Health Department reports that a 12-year-old resident from Palawan is the youngest person they recorded as being infected. Health Secretary Ted Herbosa says the country's number of HIV cases is a bigger problem than monkeypox.
Malaking problema po natin hindi monkeypox kundi ang paglaganap ng HIV. Sa datos natin, tayo na ang pinakamataas na new cases dito sa Western Pacific region. Ang nakakatakot lang, napakarami po ang ating new cases sa ating mga kabataan. Pag hindi po natin napigilan ang pagdami ng HIV, aabot tayo sa lampas 400,000 people living with HIV.
In line with this, the Health Department urges the public to get HIV tests. It points out that HIV tests are given for free and are confidential. To prevent HIV transmission, the agency also recommends combination prevention method. This includes the use of condoms, lubricants, and pre-exposure prophylaxis. The expanded number coding scheme will be suspended on Friday, June 6. In an advisory on Tuesday, June 3, the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority says it will suspend the number coding scheme on Friday in observance of Eid'l Adha. The MMDA also reminds motorists to plan their trips, obey traffic laws, and drive carefully. Malacanang earlier declared June 6 as a regular holiday in observance of the feast day. Eid'l Adha, or the Feast of Sacrifice, is one of Islam's two main holidays. It honors the willingness of Abraham to sacrifice his son as an act of obedience to God's command. And these are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good afternoon.